Okay, Mark, where are we?
It's loading right now. It's doing it right now. I'm literally connecting it right now.
You tell them people in then.
Right, they're coming in.
Okay. And then we need to push that to the group. That's the group that we're live on YouTube. Hello, everyone. Get in here. Come on in. Come on in, everybody. Okay, I can. Okay. Hey, everyone. Come on in. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
So go ahead. Okay, everybody. I think we're having some difficulties tonight with broadcasting to Facebook. So to let some people know in the Facebook group that we're instead sharing it live on our YouTube channel right now. That would be great. If anybody is watching in the Zoom, could you please go to Facebook and let them know that we have difficulty sharing to the group directly, but it's live right now on our YouTube. And then Mark, if you could go ahead and put that into the main chat, please. The link. Okay, Lisa will. Okay, thanks so much. Let's go ahead and get started with some giveaways. We have everybody is here. Let's go ahead and start giving away some gift cards. There's nowhere to share to because we're not on Facebook, but let's see. The first two people that type "I am here," we're gonna give you a $25 Amazon gift card. The first two people that type "I am here" get a $25 Amazon gift card. Okay. So let us know, Lisa.
So the first person I see is Latasha Bradley.
Latasha, okay. If you can just you're our first one. If you type your email in, we'll go ahead and send you that card digitally today to your inbox. To your email. And who's the second person?
Okay, the second person is, I don't see a last name, but it's Sandra.
Sonja, Sanja. So Sanja, thank you so much. Sanja, if you post your email address, we'll go ahead and put that in. We'll go ahead and send you your gift card today also. So let's go ahead while we wait for everyone else to get in. Who wants to go ahead and begin talking? I know this is our new week. Now, if you don't want to cam up, it's fine. Just want to make sure that everybody has all the information that they need. And I'm going to go ahead and do a brief recap on what we've covered thus far in our 90-day challenge. Let's give it up for ourselves for a 90-day challenge so far. So, for everybody who doesn't know, the 90-day challenge is a scalp and hair restoration, like 90-day, very intense. We're focusing on restoration. So in the first week, we focused on our scalp restoration, which we did the forward, back, side to side with the brush, and we focused on getting our scalp health restored. Second week, we focused on our hair health and combating frizziness and shrinkage, and that's what we did. That's when we did the bond in the second week. The third week, we focused on our part, our eyebrows, and we focused on our edges, and we focused on moving the edges from back here down here. The fourth week, we focused on the importance of casting. If your hair is dry, you said my hair is not taking enough, we tell you want to cast your hair. Add a little bit every day, let it build up until you have the optimal wave pattern and moisture level. So that's what we covered last week. And today we're going to go ahead and cover how to successfully do a wash and go. So we covered a lot up until this point. So that's where we are right now. So does any one of our ladies want to go ahead and give us some discussion on how things have been going this week? So we can go ahead and get out the word. Who wants to go ahead and get started? You can either raise your hand or you can just go ahead and start talking. It doesn't matter. It takes a while. Anybody? And if you don't want to talk on cam, you can just talk with the audio. You don't have to cam up. And if you don't want to talk at all, you can just type it. You can read it, and we can can go ahead and correspond with you that way also.
Hello, fam.
Okay,
it's Henrietta here.
It's Henrietta. Hey, Henrietta.
Hey, how you doing? You guys look fantastic. I just couldn't join you in such short notice because if I have to dress up, I have Amazon trucks lined up down the block, so we didn't have time to do that today.
It's totally fine. Okay, so how has your hair been this week?
Oh my gosh, it just keeps getting better and better and better. I mean, I think, you know, and I'll tell you, first product purchase, first jar purchased in 2018, okay? And I was one of these people that, you know, I was using it like it was VO5, you know, a dab a do you. And I didn't like the results. I'm like, oh, you know, these people, they're from the West Indies and they have mixed race blood and stuff. That's why their hair looks the way it looks. Come on now. I know I'm not the only one thinking that. So, you know, I was just like, okay, look, the product is not for me, but I'm not going to give up on the product. So I actually stopped using it for months because I was like, you know, this isn't for me. Now, we fast forward and I continue every year. I would buy, you know, you would run a special and I would say, okay, I'm gonna try it this time. And then I'm like, okay, maybe the formula's changed a little bit because these people's hair looks too good. So every year I was purchasing and then I would try it. And I'm not gonna lie, I would try it one time. Mm-hmm. And it was like, nope, didn't like the results. It's not for my hair type. Now going through this challenge where I'm like almost, it's like feet to the fire, you know, where I'm like, okay, I signed up for this 90-day challenge. So now I feel accountable to actually use the product every day to actually train my hair. And now I'm starting to see such fantastic results. So every day, I'm not kidding, I take off my little cap, I look in the mirror, my hair is shiny, not greasy, but shining and it's healthy. And I look at my scalp and my scalp is glistening and it's healthy. And from that point forward, I can do almost anything I want with my hair. And I will say the only reason why I'm not posting pictures and videoing and things like that is I don't think I'm by myself with this. After years of wearing weaves and wigs, showing my natural hair will put me on a psychiatrist's couch, you know, because it is a real thing. Black women showing their natural hair, you know, we have to kind of, it's baby steps. It's like, okay, look at my ponytail, but I'm gonna cover my face and I'm not even there yet. I mean, I posted one picture and I deleted it. It was like, my pictures are time sensitive. They are deleted immediately after I post them. I'm like, there you go. I did the challenge. Now they're deleted.
Yeah, I understand.
So I cannot get past that, but I'm working my way there. But as far as it goes with the product itself, and week by week, just doing the challenges and doing the homework, I have to say, I am a believer. I was a believer from day one, even when I was using a little dab and was convinced it was my hair type that was the problem. I now know that this product works for all hair types if you just follow the procedures and follow the system. So thank you.
Well, thank you. And I kind of feel like it's my fault that people have been using it for years. You know, we have done lives before where I show people how to use a lot of products, show them how to use it and stuff. But overall, you know, people, you know, use it a lot of different ways. But ultimately, I introduced a new product to the market, so I take 100% responsibility. And that's why I'm taking the time right now to really dive in and show people not only about the product, but the technique, because it's kind of like 50-50, no matter what you use. You know, if you have the good technique and have a bad product, you can make something happen. It might not be as good as it would be with a great product, but you know, the technique is also important, and vice versa. If you have a great product and you don't know what to do with it, you know, you're not going to get the result that you're looking for. So this 90-day hair challenge is kind of implemented to bring both those to the forefront. So awesome job so far, Henrietta. Your hair does look amazing. I haven't seen the results. And thanks so much for sticking in here with us throughout the years and giving us the opportunity, again, to show you how to use the product correctly. So thanks so much. Who else wants to go ahead and talk to us this week?
Latasha want to talk.
Hey, Latasha, what's up, boo?
Hi, I'm excited right now. I'm excited right now because I won.
Congratulations.
But I just want to say, as you see, I've been posting my hair a great deal. And actually every night I flat twist my hair down every night. And the only con that I have is that even though my hair doesn't look hard, it feels hard to the touch.
Okay.
But I know that whenever I add water to it, it would soften back up. But it will go back to being that hard. But I'm okay with it because it actually keeps my hair in place. But
that's kind of what it's meant to do. But if you don't want the hard, all you have to do, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Just pull your hair out and the hard, and it will release the hard, or just the hold that's there. If you like, I don't want my hair hard, just pull it out and it will release the hold, the hard hold, just right there. Just pull your hair out.
Okay.
It'll stretch it, and it will also release that hard cap. Just pull it out, turn your hands over a couple times, and you're good to go.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do that for the whole head, but I'll do that and I'll try that and I'll let you know how that works for me. But okay, I am great. I'm loving everything that I'm getting. And I am faithfully just using Photogenic. Family hair care. And I noticed that each day my curls get better. The definition is defined even more each day I do it. So I am actually loving the product. And I'm gonna talk to you offline about something, Emery.
Okay.
Something that happened today, but I'm gonna talk to you about it offline on the site.
Okay.
I tagged you in it, but you haven't looked at it.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well,
I didn't like what I saw. Someone is in there trying to push their products on your site.
Okay, well, thank you so much for letting me know that. We'll go ahead and get in there. We'll make sure that we take care of that today.
Well, I told her respectfully, a piece of my mind, respectfully. But I just want to say I love your product, and I'm glad that I got hooked on it, and it's all I use, and I'm loving how it's reforming my hair. To say, I'm loving it, and my husband loves it too.
Well, thank you so much. And you guys look awesome together in your picture that you posted. Thank you so much. And regarding the hard part, I know, like, we all know that you can use the hair to be, the products make your hair really, really soft. You can also use it to, cast it and create that hold. So it's just kind of trial and error to find that middle ground. Hey, I want it to be not soft enough where I roll my window down and going all over my hair and like an afro before I get to work. But I don't want that much hold to where when I move my hair, it's not, flowy and stuff. So just like keep experimenting. Like I said, if it's a little bit too hard, just pull it out, and that'll usually like pull some of the hold out and, make your hair a little bit more bouncy too. So, but thank you so much, Latarsha, and we will definitely look into that group, issue in the group also.
And thanks for the tip.
I appreciate your loyalty also.
Of course.
Okay, Meredith said a lot of family members cannot sign in. Okay, into the live right now, Mariel? She's in the group, right? She's in the live, okay.
Yes, there are a lot of people contacting me saying they cannot sign in.
Into the Zoom right now?
Correct.
Okay,
that's Ada, Gloria, and Alicia just texted me and said I had a really hard time also.
I'm sorry, we had technical difficulties. We couldn't even log into the, I don't see anyone in the waiting room. Tell them to try to get back in. Our link is live right now. If there's nobody in the waiting rooms or anything, tell them to try to come in right now. We did let everybody in 5 minutes late, but they're trying to come in right now. They shouldn't have an issue.
Oh, they might be using the old link and forgot to use the new one you told us to use.
Probably what it is.
Oh, okay.
I think we found it in
the new link just in case they're trying to use the old link.
I'll post it in the group. I'll go and post it.
Thank you guys so much. It takes a village, y'all.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, and then we've been up decorating all day. Y'all can't even see a third of the living room. We even decorating. Okay. In any
It's
event.
cute.
Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, who is next?
Who is on the iPhone that's talking?
Who? Okay. Someone's on an iPhone that's talking. What happened?
I just don't know what it is.
Someone messaged us from an iPhone. Now we want to know what you are talking about, LOL. They might be using the old link. Okay, it looks good. Okay, cool. Okay, it's all good. Okay, who's that cammed up?
This is Sharice.
Hey, Sharice, how are you today?
Oh, I'm trying to use my phone because my laptop won't come up. I don't know what's going on with it. And I was like, I don't really have a costume. I just got off work, so I just put on some motorcycle clothes. So I'm a motorcycle girl. Got my helmet on.
Who is that dressed? Is that?
Hi, I was gonna say, I like your hair, Sharice.
That's Sharice.
Thank you.
Oh, Sharice, I like your costume. That is really cool.
Oh, that's cute.
Thank you.
Okay, who came up before? What? Was someone speaking? Or did someone want to speak?
No, I was just agreeing with the costumes were cute.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay. Does anybody else want to give us some progress support from their hair this week? Has anybody so has everyone been casting their hair into the bun?
Yes.
I have. I got a question though. So since I got my little piece, I've been doing it. I've changed the part like 3 different times. I think I moved it up higher. I still have a lot of shedding when I'm trying to recomb the ponytail back through.
Okay, let me tell you what the issue is. The issue is you're supposed to set it one time and leave it. So you both like if I do my hair in a bun, I'm gonna do it like this, and I'm not gonna take it down the next day and comb it out. I'm just gonna the next day get more product to add on top of this. And you want to keep adding more every day until you have enough shine, enough moisture, until enough waves and everything in there. But you don't take it down and do that more than once or twice a week. Now, if you're having the scalp issues and you're doing it because of that reason, then before you brush it, you want to wet it in the shower and then your brush will just glide through it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It's a lot more difficult to do it with dry hair. But if you wet it, if you say, hey, it's my day to take it down and brush my hair today and brush my scalp, then you wet it in the shower first. And then your brush just glide through it. It'll be much, much easier for you. But other than that, when you wake up in the morning, take off your wrap, get your hair dry, you take that product like Myra's feet, and you're adding it directly to your hair. And you're not adding any more water if your problem is that it's been dry and it never was moisturized.
Emma, you're gonna have to meet Ada. Emma, you have to meet. Ada's not on mute. Ada's not on mute, so we can hear her over.
Hello, Mark, can you mute her? Mark, can you handle the muting?
Oh shit. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, you.
Okay, it's okay. But so if yesterday your hair was looking like my hair was, it's shiny, you have the moisture in it and everything, and then you went to bed last night and you woke up the next day and it's not looking good anymore, then you can go ahead and get under the shower and you don't have to take your bun out or anything. I get under the shower right now and I just wet this part and everything will come right back. Now, if yesterday I didn't have enough on there yet, and I'm in the process of adding more on there, I don't need to wet my hair. I'm just gonna go ahead and add more the next day. So if yesterday my hair was just like my first day washing it. Today I'm gonna add a little bit more once I wake up in the morning. I'm just gonna take it right from the jar, full strength, add it super brown until it's like really, really wavy, and put it all the way through to the scalp. Rub it right on the scalp, right over the hair on the scalp, and put it all the way through the scalp. And then you want to rub enough on there so that you're rubbing your hand on top of the product, not your hair. So you want to keep it super brown. Remember episode 1, Myra's feet. You want to go to work, like take a lot on there and add it because you're adding the moisture in there. And if you don't have enough, you're going to still have the frizz. You're not going to have the waves like you want. You're going to have the straight hairs and all that. So if you still see all of that after you're done, then you want to the next morning go in and add more product. Now I know a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm going to go outside with my hair wet. You're not going outside with your hair wet when you're adding more product. You're not adding water, that's more product. So it's going to be brown, but it's not going to be wet. and it's gonna be brown, but your hair is flat on your scalp, so it should be dry within an hour or two. So dry enough so where you won't be noticeably brown anymore. So that's just my recommendation. And if the goal is to get your hair back healthy, this is what you should be following. I know it might be a little inconvenience. Hey, I'm going to have my hair a little bit brown. It's okay. I'm doing a 90-day challenge. I'm getting my hair together. Y'all can tell me nothing next year. Okay. So that is the rationale. So does that make sense, guys? If it's not like, if you're adding like, and I you tell you guys too, maybe like the third or fourth day is my best wash and go day, because after the first day, I add my product. I wake up the next day, I'm adding more. The third day, I add more. The fourth day, I may have to add some more. It's the same way with casting your bone, okay? That makes sense. Okay, who else has questions or want to have comments or anything about the product?
This is Sharice. You just said to just add product when we're recasting. Is that the same for people who have low porosity? Because I know I figured out that I must need a lot more warm water instead of cold water. So when I recast, is it, oh, I mean, it's not really working for me. Like I put a hat on right now, but I put like a fourth of the jar in yesterday. And the back of this is still wet. It's been wet for like 4 days. And I even put more product and recasted it. And it's still wet, but the top, it looks, even though I tie it down, it still has flyaways in the morning. So I don't know what else.
Adding enough.
Yeah,
it's also the method that you're at, the way that you add it too. You want to add it on top of the hair and let it dry as a cast. You know, you don't want to try to rub it all in because if it's not smooth when you apply, it's not going to be smooth when it dries. You want to make it really, really smooth when you're applying it. You start seeing your waves form when you're applying it. When you are applying it, you should be rubbing a lot in there so you can feel it all the way through your hair, all the way down to your scalp. And it might take a day or two. Like my hair with nothing in it takes a whole day to dry. If I put any kind of product in there, it takes 2 or 3 days to dry. That's just science, physics. I mean, it's thick. You're putting product in there. The product won't dry out on its own. Your hair is thick, so that's just how it is. It's not going to be like any mold or anything. Like our hair is going to be damp if your hair is super, super thick, unless you want to dry it, in different ways and stuff. But like that's not necessary to me. Like when I do my bun up top, after I wash my hair, my bun up here is usually wet for like 2 or 3 days. This is usually dry after like the first day, but up here, this is a lot of hair. It's going to be, and that's the goal for us to have these issues. Oh, I have so much hair. It's so hard to brush my hair. Oh, my hair takes so long to dry. I have so much hair. These are good problems, okay? But we want to get to that point. And right now, I recommend you focusing on your hair health, not that. Focus on putting enough to get it smooth. And it might be some trial and error of playing with it. I know that you have a lot in there right now. Tomorrow, when you wake up in the morning, refresh it, put a little water in it, take it to the scalp, and then you apply a little bit more. But when you're applying more on top of that, your top level is just to be sealing all of that in. Because if you apply, go ahead.
Yeah. When you say, when I wake up in the morning to refresh it, do you mean to take the whole ponytail down and to redo it, or just do it over the casted part that's already there?
You don't have to take the whole ponytail down. Like when I redo my bun, if I'm like, oh, my hair is a little bit dry today, or especially if my hair is itchy, I don't take my bun down. I put my hair under the shower for a few seconds, and then it just gets wet. Then I just take my hand and slick it back up, and then I'm good to go. I don't have to do the whole hairstyle over. So yeah, just put your head under you don't have to do the whole bun over. I wouldn't necessarily get the this part wet though. Just try to focus on getting the scalp part, the hair on your scalp wet, and get that together. Because if that's together, then more likely this will be together, if that makes sense. Your bun or your ponytail or whatever. But just focus on that. Yeah, that's how you train your hair. Because let me tell you guys this too. This is very, very important. When we have 4C hair, unlike curly hair, your hairs all curl together in a pattern. So I may have 100 hairs together in one curl. When you have 4C hair or coily hair, each individual hair has its own individual curl pattern. So every hair is working against every other hair as far as like letting shine. So the way to make them all work together is to put them on your scalp, let them all develop a pattern together. It's all stretched out. It's all moisturized. It's all no frizz. You know what I'm saying? When you take that ponytail out, your hair's not gonna just snap right back out. It's been stretched out and smoothed out for weeks now. So it's trained. It's gonna behave so much better. It's just not like, oh, let's keep your bun in because that's my favorite hairstyle. That's why I got addicted to the bun. It's number one, the easiest hairstyle. Number two, it's like the best protective hairstyle. Even better than getting braids and stuff to me, because even when you get braids and stuff, you have to, blow dry your hair, pull your hair out and stuff. You can't really apply, product to nurture your hair that well with braids without constantly frizzing it up again. So it's just like, to me, this is just the best hairstyle. Having a bun or any kind of slip, and you don't have to even have a bun. You can put a part down, have two French braids, so long as you have that hair slip down to your scalp. So all those hairs are working together. It's just like a ant farm. Like ants work together to make the whole village work. It's just like your bun. It's making all your hairs work together. Oh, now our 4C hair are learning how to lay together. Now we're learning how to form patterns together. Now we're getting heavy in our ends so that we're not going to shrink right back up. So that's the purpose of it, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so to answer your question, you don't have to do your whole bun. No, just get under the shower, put a little more water in it, so everything's gonna come back. Put a little bit more on top of that, and still everything in. And then you're gonna start this, and make sure that there's no hairs that are frizzy. That when you're putting it in the morning, that's your time to get all those kinks out, smooth everything out. Check your front edges, check your back edges, and you're good to go. So long as you're neat, you go out with confidence and can't nobody check nothing, because your hair gonna be going in. You're gonna have a whole different head of hair this time next year. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't let any of that concern you.
Okay, thank you.
But if you don't want to go in the wet weather either, I know a lot of us leave the house in the morning and don't want to put our hair under the shower. Try it with your spray bottle if possible to reconstitute it, so you don't have to go too thick. But you want to add more and get that hair smooth before you leave the house, whether you're adding water or adding more product, because if it's gonna get smooth now, it's not gonna get smooth on its own later while you're in the streets. So that makes sense.
Right, I have to tie mine down because my hair has a tendency to pop.
Don't tie it down. Yep, if you're tying it down, you're doing it wrong. Don't tie it down. Let the product hold it, because when you tie it down, the scarf is absorbing the product. So your hair, that's why your hair is gonna be
what I'm doing wrong.
That's why I use the mesh thing, because it doesn't take any product off my hair. You tie your hair down, it's gonna, number one, make an indentation with the whatever you're tying it with, and that is taking the product off of your hair. It's absorbing it. So wherever that, you take that off, whatever that was, it's gonna lack product.
Yeah, Sharice, this is Henrietta, and I'll tell you, when I saw your hair yesterday, your photo yesterday, I was like, that's my hair. That was my hair that was my hair week one, because I was like, look, this product, my hair is eating this product for lunch, because I put it on and it dries up. But I kid you not, I mean, I went through the process and I would part my hair in small parts and I would apply the PHC to my scalp like it was hair grease. Okay, so I would apply it to my scalp, and then I went all around my edges and I applied it. Then I put some in my hands and I applied it. I didn't rub it like till it was almost oil. I would just rub it maybe 2 or 3 times in my hands, and then I would apply it to my hair. Then I would leave my hair alone, because you have to see how your hair is going to respond to the product. Because until you know what's popping up, you don't know if, oh, wait a minute, this is a really dry area. I really have to get in here like it's Myra's feet, this little patch. And you have to apply more to certain areas. And I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened to me. After I cast it, the next day I went through with my fingers, and I'm not talking, this is not an hour, like 2-3 hours process. This is maybe 15-20 minutes where you sit down, you go through, and you feel your hair. Just feel different parts of your hair, the parts that are sticking up. If it feels dry, then it needs more product. Put more product in that area. Work it from root to tip. Slide it back, and then take care of the rest of the hair. You have to train every single section of your hair so everything is cooperating together. Trust me. Okay. Trust me. Next week you'll be on here, your hair slicked back, looking like Billy D. Williams, girl.
That's what I'm talking about.
Look,
and you don't have to wait all the time for like days. You're applying like if I apply my hair the first time, I'm coming to the mirror 30 minutes later. I can see where it's starting to dry, where I need to add a little more. You can do all that like in the first day. Like you want, because I mean, just think about it. When you put products in your hair, you put a leave-in conditioner, then you put a gel, then you put a sealer, then you put a spray, whatever. You do it in sections. It's the same thing with this. And instead of me putting enough for my hair to be saturated, I put enough to just condition my hair. Now I need to put some more in here and style it. Now I want to put some more in here and seal it. Now I want to wet it and make sure it's down to my scalp. You know, whatever. So you have to think about it that way. Okay, what do I need right now? I need a good sealer, or I need a good so-and-so. How can you use this to accomplish that? And just figure that out, and it makes it so much easier. And just remember, when you're doing your hair, that's when you smooth it. That's when you get the elongation. Not some people like, oh, I put stuff on here and I'm waiting on my hair to get curled. I'm waiting on my hair to smooth out and elongate and stuff. No, you have to do that in the process. When you put it on here, make sure that everything is smooth. It's on your scalp. You know, I'm putting enough on there where I can rub it back, forth, up and down. That's a test, remember? That's how you know you have enough on there. And then when you do that and it dries, it's going to be casted very well. And you should be able to see the shine in everything before. Like, it shouldn't be frizzy when you get done. Everything should be, you know, shine and very good. And if you can't get that, in 2 weeks, we're going to be having our clinic where we're going to be doing live in our private group. You can come in here. Hey, this is how I do mine. This is the results. Oh, let me give you guys a tip too. This is a really important tip. It's going to help you out a lot too. When you're applying the product to your hair in your bun, don't apply it, like, don't just like put it on there and do it straight back. If you like wave your hand like, oh, like when you applying it, it gets it all the way down to the scalp. It gets it all the way on the front, the bottom half of that hair, the sides. It puts everything together way better. So if you're trying to like put your hair back and it's not, oh, my hair not really slicking down like I wanted to, it's not, just do it like in that hand, like you're doing like a wave pattern, and it's like really working it in. You don't have to like rub it in there like that, but just like really, like, okay, just like really like, and put it in there that way. Not just like straight back, just like back and forth and work it in there that way. So it's getting underneath and in there. And that's how you get the good waves and stuff. Does that make sense?
Okay, yes.
Don't hit the product, just go straight back. Just working in there, like, you know, and smoothing in there, and smooth it down on the edges and stuff, and do that, yeah. So just use your hand as a tool for that. And that gives you an even better result.
I'm sorry, I know I'm looking away, but I'm writing notes, so I'm not paying attention. I'm taking notes.
No, I understand. And thank you so much for taking it seriously. That makes me feel really, really good.
Alicia says it's okay to use a hair dryer.
It's definitely okay to use a hair dryer too. When you use a hair dryer, I do want to warn you about using other products with our product. I know a lot of people like to use like aloe vera water to refresh their hair and stuff. Now, aloe vera acts a little bit differently in heat, and you can tell when you use nothing on your hair but aloe vera. When you dry it, it dries with like a filmy. It's not like really like a big hole. It's like feel like it's a thin film on your hair, and that film does not, in my opinion, tolerate heat very well, so it cracks. So a lot of times when you put aloe vera on your hair and you use product, it kind of causes it to flake a little bit more when you use heat. So I was going to warn you against that. If you're doing a challenge, just use 100% for family hair care, and you should be good to go with heat also. So good there. Okay.
D'Amica has been waiting to speak.
D'Amica, come on in. And you just started talking.
You're on mute, D'Amica. You're on mute.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. I just wanted to say that I had a great week with the product this week. I saturated it on Saturday with the PHC, did my casting, did my bun, and I think it was Tuesday I took it down. I just wet it with the water, and I haven't applied much product to it since, and it's nice and soft. And so I was hearing what you said about stretching. You said that the last time to not make it hard. So I stretched it because I was having the hard to the touch as well. But none of that this week at all. It's so soft and manageable. So, you know, I'm learning and I'm loving the process because it's,
well, thank you.
I've had a hard time getting my hair to this point. So
you're gonna have, yeah, your hair looks really good. You're gonna probably have like 3 times the hair that you got right now next year. This time. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to deal with your hair, because I know a lot of people like, oh, I'm gonna grow my hair back. But it doesn't get easier when you have long hair. My hair is super long and super thick. So I cut my hair like once a year, because even when I do my bun, if my hair gets too long, I'm stretching at the top, I can't go in past here, stretching my hair all the way out here. So I just try to cut my hair like, so it's a really good, you know, for me. So, but yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for that. Well, without further ado, we're gonna let Erica go ahead and get started with her tutorial. So I know the last week we started with how to cast your bun. And then if people want to take their hair down and do a wash and go and say, how do I take my hair from being casted to having curls? So Erica, she's our hair model. She's done tutorials for us before. She's gotten drastically better with her hair since the challenge began. And people were asking her, you know, how do you do this? How do you do that? She's gonna come in today and just give us a tutorial and show us how to make actually from her curls from her bone. So Erica, you can go ahead and take center stage if you're ready.
Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's good.
Hi,
So, and I'll let everyone ask you questions too, because I know that you are a pro, and I know that everyone does things different ways. So I'll let you go ahead and answer. And if you guys need me, I'm right here.
Okay. I just want to say thank you so much, Emery. Only with your help, I'm telling you, I feel what a lot of you are saying, and it took me a minute. Even when we first started this group, when I first started to cast, it was like it wouldn't lay down. But like you said, you're training your hair. So I stuck with it and kept doing it. And finally, it lays down, it shines, I got waves. It's awesome. So I'll get started. I'll let you guys ask me any questions while I'm going through the process. I'm going to start one side at a time, just taking down my bun. And like he said, once you get it on there, it shouldn't move. And that's my test, just kind of rubbing it and it's not moving. And so to release this, I got my water. I love this water bottle. I love it. I love it.
It's everything, right?
Yes, it is. So I take this and I just start spraying. And I'm sorry, y'all. When I get to doing my hair, I close my eyes because it feels so good. It feels so good. So I just kind of take it and squirt until it kind of releases, and you'll feel it kind of release. And I start at the back.
And can you believe that just a few short months ago, you were our short hair model? You were the one that couldn't get a ponytail. You were the one that
right.
Yeah. I know. I was just talking to my sister about that, and I told her, I said, I didn't believe it. I had to actually go back and look at some of my pictures, and just in February, it was short.
Yes.
And here we are in October, and
it was.
It has grown and it's healthy, and I love it. So I had to say too, when I first started using it, I couldn't figure it out. I promise you, I was like, what is going on? What's wrong with my hair? Because no product out there would curl my hair at all, period. Right. It wouldn't curl it. And so I had to just keep working with it. And I promise you, we all in the group, it's just been a long time since I've been in the group, but everybody just wants to help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm here, everybody's here to help assist you in any way possible. I know hey, if I'm winning, I want you all to win. I want everybody in it. I do. So that's why I go and I offer this product to everybody. So like I said, you guys ask me any questions at all while I'm going through this process. I'll start at the back with a little section. And if y'all give me a minute, I'm gonna I forgot my hair clips. Give me just a second.
No problem at all.
Erica, I'm Emery.
Yep.
This is Erica's sister, and I just want to piggyback off what she said. My sister went to a natural hair beautician here where we live, and the beautician told my sister that she was the first person she had ever seen that did not have a curl pattern. She had yes, she told her, and that the beautician is my best friend. I've known her for over 30 years. She said her hair was the first she'd ever seen that did not have a curl pattern. Erica's hair would not curl until she started using family hair care. She said she saw it advertised on someone else's page, and she ordered it, and that's when the journey began for her hair change. So it's an amazing product. I of course I've known her all her life, and I know it. Her hair would not curl. It would not.
Thank you so much, and welcome, because we haven't officially welcomed you yet. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, so at this point, I just run my fingers through it here. And like you said, it softens it, the water reactivates the product. No problem. Sometimes I may go through, if you want to, and twirl it on your fingers and let it, like Emery said, just let it fall. Just let it fall. And I clipped up this part, and as you can see, the curls are starting to form.
Erica, let me ask you a question. Do you notice your hair is a lot less resistant and a lot less shrinkage after you do your wash and go from your bun?
Yes, yes. There is a lot more elongation, and it hangs. And that's why this is the first product I was actually able to put in my hair and get movement when I get it in there. So when I get it all in there and I'm shaking it, I'm just so Emery. Let me tell you, it just has shocked me. My hair, I was like, my natural hair has never done this. I've never been able to get it up in a bun. I wore this to work, and everybody's like, oh, it's so cute. I love it. I do. So like I said, I just go through small sections, pin up the rest, and spray. I start at the root, spraying. And I just kind of get it a little saturated, and then I just start, I pull. Now, like I said, other people may have different techniques, but I just kind of pull mine and let it fall, like you said.
Mm-hmm. And that's the key to having the bouncy hair that moves, is when you don't pull it straight down, you pull it out and let it fall down.
Mm-hmm.
Your hair is beautiful, Erica.
Thank you.
It sure is. It looks really, really good.
Thank you.
Who's that? Who's the mask?
Cherise.
Cherise, I think you might want a Halloween costume, girl. Who else dressed up? Why Erica's showing that? Who else dressed up other than Cherise?
I'm the other Cherise. I just got motorcycle stuff.
That's fine. You dressed up too. And,
I'm dressed like the 80s. I'm the 80s.
Oh yeah, I see the ring. I see the ball.
I'm
over here trying to be Kim Kardashian.
And I'm Rihanna at the Met Gala. It's cold in my house. So.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to be Kim Kardashian, but I'm about to pass out.
I was gonna ask. We need to send somebody there.
Stop it.
I can't breathe.
Who is it? It doesn't have your name.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Carla Boston.
Who's that?
Carla Boston.
Oh, look at that. You look cute.
Okay, wait. Look, here's my. You gotta see the gift card. You gotta see the whole outfit.
Okay, so really quickly, I'm gonna get everybody's email addresses right now. We're gonna send all the gift card, and then we're gonna send. I'm gonna send everybody a $25 gift card who dressed up, and then the winner gonna send you a $100 gift card.
Thank you, Emery.
Everybody's dressed up. Give us your email addresses right now. So and to everybody who dressed up, give us your email addresses in the comment section right now, and we'll get that to you today. So Rhonda. Who else?
Thank you.
Who's my mask count today? Hang on.
This is Carla Boston.
Who is that?
Carla Boston.
That's who?
Carla Boston.
Y'all are too much. Who was that? Okay, who was that? Who was that? We
Does
have
my mask count?
Lucretia. Hey. Sugar $25. Sugar $25. We're gonna give you guys an Amazon gift card. And
People that had to work, they couldn't dress up.
huh? I'm at work right now too, so okay, just go back to
dressing up as I was at work.
Put your names and your email addresses in the comment box, and then at the end we'll see who won $100, which will take care of you today. Now let's go back to Erica. Erica, where are we?
And I have a quick question for those who couldn't get in, but they dressed up. How are you going to treat them? They should be able to get in.
Now we put the link on both pages.
Ursula, you in?
Erica, that's pretty.
Ursula's on here.
If you were going to enter the contest, you would have to have been on the Zoom so we can see you anyway. So if they're in the Zoom meeting, they should be able to hear us right now.
Got you.
If they dressed up, they should. If not, they can just get the broadcast later. But yeah, if you dressed up, then you will have to be in the Zoom meeting so we can see you in your costume. Otherwise, you couldn't see you if you were joining from Facebook.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, Erica, let's see where you are with your hair.
I'm almost through with this section here, so it doesn't take long at all.
Girl, that is cute.
Looks beautiful.
The recording stopped, Emery.
Yeah.
I heard. Hopefully we can get it going back again. Oh, because Mark is the host and Mark is not. Okay, no, it's not here. Yeah, he said to Mark, make sure. Okay, thank you. We are following up on that right now, guys. Okay, Erica, we can go back to you.
Okay. So, like I said, I'm almost through with this section here. And like I said, I just usually shake it and let the curls fall.
Carla. I'm sorry. You going?
I'm gonna die for a $25 Amazon card.
You should have made some holes in the nose.
Or something. You got me over here nervous, girl.
Be like, please, somebody give her some water or something.
Okay, watch you fall out.
Go pass out.
I keep cutting my camera off so I can take it off and breathe. Don't worry.
That's funny though. That's
okay, Erica, let's
excellent thought.
To the top so we can see your hair. Does anybody have any questions for Erica while she's doing her hair? Does anybody have any questions on how to take your hair down from your bun and have curls?
So I had a quick question.
I'm gonna do that.
It's pertaining to Bridget's question on the group about, and when she said that her hair felt heavy when she put it under the water, because I only did like literally 3 seconds and it was super duper saturated. So that heavy, that with all the product that we have in our hair, I understood that heavy feeling. And so, you know, and when I do that, it makes that, it's like a peanut butter like texture of the product when it's in your hair, and it looks like peanut butter, and it's really soft. And so trying to work that back in, it's like just that amount of water. I might just need to just use the spray bottle, because that amount of water, it seems like it activated it so much that I couldn't get the product back into my hair. I couldn't get it to absorb. I had to get out of the shower and sit under the steamer to let the product absorb back into my hair a little better. And that's what I was going to tell Sharice. If you get put a plastic cap on, like when Henrietta was saying, just wait. Yeah, if you wait and let the product saturate in your hair, like a plastic cap, and sit under the dryer for a few minutes, it'll saturate a lot better and get into your hair follicles. But I struggled a little bit when I was twisting it today with getting the product to absorb back in my hair without getting in under the steamer.
Thank you.
Yeah, I usually when I wet my hair, if you have a Tangle or carbomer brush, when you wet it in the shower, it glides right through it. Yeah. That's the easiest time to be able to do your hair, at least amount of shedding. Like if you want to like wet it in the shower and then glide it, and then brush it. But okay, so that's fine though.
When I do that though, Emery, a lot of the product is out in the brush. When I do that, and I'm trying to get it back in my hair.
Yeah, I take mine out of my comb or my brush and just put it back around my. Because usually when it comes out, it's coming out around the edges. Like I just put mine, usually slick all that back down. I'm usually good to go.
Yeah, but it's no, and I would say it's no shedding. It's just product. There's no hair in it. It's just the
yeah. Okay. Yeah, and you can take that product off your comb and put it right back in your hair. It's just product. Yeah. And okay, so that's totally fine. And then also too, guys, I'm showing you guys all the tools in the toolbox. All the tools might not be applicable to where your hair right now, or the way that you know, or whatever, but you know how to do everything. So you might, hey, that might not be for me, too much water, my hair is too long or whatever. Right. Somebody else might have shorter hair, they have a shrinkage, the extra weight keeps their curls down. With you, it might be too heavy. So I showed you the tool, and you can use it, you know, if it's applicable. But if not, you know, at least you know. So one day it might be, you know, useful again. Okay.
Yeah, I had to do the same. I had to do the exact same. I just found that by putting a little of the PHC in my water bottle and I put cooler water in my water bottle, shake it up. And and this is terrible, but I work from home. And so I have the luxury, and I do mean luxury, of after taking my shower, turning my entire desk into my beauty salon. And I sit here, and between calls and between working with customers, I don't do Zoom calls. I don't turn on the camera, rather. And I sit here and I'm like spritzing my hair and I'm pulling it and detangling and doing everything. So yes, it works better for me to use my bottle, to use the spray bottle, and I just do it section by section. And throughout the course of the day, I may do a twist, and then I let my hair dry because I have my ceiling fans on. My hair starts to dry a little bit. Then I take a look in the mirror, which is also sitting in front of a computer, but you know, I own the company. No one's going to fire me. So,
okay now.
but then I just take a look and I see how it's drying, if there are any stray hairs or anything. And then I go back through the process and I'm like, I'm gonna try an Erica today. And so, you know, I just go through the process all throughout the course of the day. Every few hours, I'm trying a different person. I'm like, Cassie would be proud of me right now. But I'm trying something different throughout the course of the day. But I really do let my hair dry because my ceiling fan, as I said, ceiling fans are on. I'm able to apply the product a little bit more, but I really do just put product in my spray bottle. I shake it well, I let the water cool, and then I spray it in the areas where it needs a little bit more hydration.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then also too, I only do like the shower refresh, maybe like 1 or 2 days a week. And that's typically the days when I'm taking my bun down, maybe and brushing my hair up and putting my bun back up. Or if my hair is itching on the scalp and I'm being lazy, I just wet my hair in the shower and then I just move it down and it kind of alleviates all my itching and I'm good to go there. So that's like, I don't do it like every day, just like when my hair needs some attention. That's usually like my go-to first before I take it down and do the whole thing. Okay, Erica, it's looking really, really good. Okay.
Yes.
So you're looking in a group of people are posting their pictures, Erica. Do you have any advice for people as to how they can get their hair more moisturized, more defined?
Yes, for me, like I said, I just continue to put the product in. Even before we started doing this group, I noticed that in sections, it helped me because when I first got it, I thought I could just put it in my hand and rub in my hair and the curls would come, and it didn't. So I started in sections and I would pin it up and I would pay attention from root to tip, that section, and just pull it and then let that sit. And I would go to another section. So for me, it's best to do it in sections. And that way I'm putting more attention on each strand, you know, because like you said, a lot of my sections of my hair are different curl patterns. Yeah. But when I do it all together and I kind of pay close attention to the strands like I'm doing now, it kind of just merges together and it's different now. It really is. It did that. The curls are different. It's curling better. And like the body is just, and it doesn't, like I said, when we used to do our hair certain ways and go out and it would dry and it would just sit there. This does not. I mean, it's moving throughout the day, and you will see people will just begin to compliment your hair. And let me tell you, them cards come in handy because they're like, what you doing on your hair? Bam. Got this card. Here you go. You know, because I had a student the other day. She said, your hair is so curly. She was like, my hair doesn't curl anymore. So I told her about it. She said, I'm going to check out the product. So for me, it's the sections, doing it in sections and paying close attention. Just focus on that section. Focus on that section and let it sit and move to the next section. And you'll see it's
and
your hair.
A very important point too. You said that you put it on each section from root to tip. No frizzy ends, no frizzy roots. Okay.
No. And then I used to, like you said, I would take my ends and just kind of slick back. I do the ends too. I go from root to tip with my ends, and those start to curl. So I don't have to actually lay that down. Those ends will curl too. So yeah, that's what I do. Just my sections. Beautiful. And as you can see, it doesn't take long. I haven't even applied any more product because once you cast it, that's enough. Once you go in and whatever style you're wanting to get for that day, that is enough product. Just add your water, add your PHC water, and that just reactivates that product. And as you can see, when I stretched it first, it was hanging down, but now it'll begin to coil up on its own.
So Erica, quick question. You said in your bottle today, is it just water or is it Phamily hair care in there as well?
It's Phamily hair care here too.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. And then Erica, we have a question from Pam. How much product do you suggest using for a teeny weeny afro or very short hair?
Enough to get it laying down and cast it to make, it will actually look like you have a perm and you will see those ways. So enough to get it laying down where you don't have any parts sticking up. If you put it in there and some places are sticking up, go back in there and recast it. You're, like I say, you're training your hair, you're training it. And when we first started this, it was a struggle. And I seen some little pieces sticking up and I was listening at you, Emery, and I said, okay, I need to apply more. So if you get it in there and it's still some pieces sticking up, even though it's short, you still need to apply more product.
And are we applying the product every day or just, what would you suggest? Every other day?
When I first,
you want to apply the product enough to get enough on there first. So if you put enough on there day one and need more day two, you add more day two. Day three, you might be okay. You want to let it build up because our hair might need a lot of product, but you might not add all the product that you need for your hair on the first day. So I might come back 30 minutes later. Oh, it's drying. I can see right now this section, I'm gonna need to put some more. Or I'll wake up the next morning, hey, I can add more then, but you want to add enough, throughout. If you can't just take a big old glob and add it right now, and think, you want to make sure that, when it dries, I can see it a little bit better, or the next morning. So just keep going that way. And it's kind of a personal preference. It's not like we have 5 different products to add a little bit of this one, but don't add too much of the second. It's one product. We took all the guesswork out of it. If you are in doubt, just add more. It's not rocket science. Add more. You're not adding enough. You're replacing 17 products with one product. Add more. You're going to add enough to make it work. So even if you have short hair, the point is to get your hair trained and conditioned. So it being hard, it being short, none of that matters right now. You're trying to train your hair. Yes. When all your hairs move together and cooperate together, when you pick that down, those curls are going to fall together. Yeah. Together to form new patterns.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so we have just 2 questions. Erica, how long does it take for your hair to dry?
Sometimes I do this in the morning, and usually it's like this. Sorry, I have a phone call. I would say maybe if I'm using it, like, are you saying like this or when I'm up in a bun? Like this?
In both.
So like this, it's usually dry by the end of my work day because it's not up in a bun, it's out, and I'm moving it. And then when I'm walking throughout the house before I go to work, I'm shaking it just trying to get some air in there. And so it really doesn't take long. Now with the bun, once I put it up, the side pieces, of course, dry a little quicker than the bun, but the bun may feel wet, but at that point, that's not my concern because I know that I'm going to keep it up there for a minute. So maybe a day and a half. But even if I take it down, this part is dry. My bun is a little wet, but that little moisture helps when I'm bringing it down. Mm-hmm. So at the point where you're first doing your bun, it may feel wet up there, just leave it. You need to let that, because you're letting it set.
Sometimes when I do my hair, like a whole week later, in the very, very center of my hair, it's still down. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't cause me any issues or anything. And like I said, it actually aids when I take my hair down. Nothing's hard, nothing's getting caught on anything. It's still smooth and soft. So yeah. And then Erica, another question. Does it matter if your hair is wet or dry while wearing the mesh at bedtime?
I don't have a mesh. I do the silk.
Okay.
Wrap. That's what I have, and mine is still damp. So usually when I first do it, like you said, somebody said you just walking around the house, just kind of letting that product sit for a while. And so before I go to bed, I put that on. But when I first do it, I'm just walking around the house and just letting the product sit in there and lay it down instead of the wrap doing it, like Emery said.
Okay. And then Erica, someone said, Cherie said, does your hair start to tangle back up as it dries? It's one of my issues.
That's mine. It does not. Once it starts to dry, these curls set in place, and
I think even when your hair tangles as it dries, it was not let down correctly, meaning it wasn't like done from root to end. Probably there's some tangles already in there, and then the issue exacerbated as it dried, and you start to get everything coming in together. But typically, like even with my bun, I put all my hair the same way all the time so it doesn't get tangled back up. I do it from the top. If you detangle it one time, I should be good. But if I have a tangle in there and I wet my hair or something, and I try to go through my hair later, that tangle's gonna be a lot worse. So make sure that you tangle very, very thoroughly when you're styling your hair.
When you put it in that bun, you need to make sure. I know those of us with 4SC hair and low porosity, we struggle, but you gotta get those tangles out when you put it in the bun too, because otherwise, you're just gonna have a tangled mess when
but
that's for any product.
The tangle coming out, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Well, this is Sharice. Before I started using this product, even when beauticians did my hair, if I let it just air dry, as my hair dries, even if I just detangle it, as it dries up, it just kind of balls up on itself. I'm calling it tangled, but it balls right back up. If I start drying, I start putting my fingers through my hair. I can't get my fingers back through my hair, even if they just detangled it.
Yeah, we talked about that, but with my hair, it's the same one. I used to get my hair braided a lot when I was younger, and I would like I was like, detangle your hair before you come. I did, like. But then by the time I get there, my hair dry back up. She's like, no, you couldn't have, ma'am. I literally combed the whole hand full of hair out my hair today, detangling. So I know how it is. That's why you want to get your hair before it dries. So if it's wet, and if I would take a shower and let my hair dry without putting anything in it, it's like I gotta wash it all over again, or do anything to it, because my hair just dries and it just goes every kind of way. It's no protection on it, nothing coating it or anything. But if I wash it and then before it dries, I apply product so it's drying with product on it, then I'm a lot better off.
Okay.
And I don't have to detangle one time in that case. If I detangle my hair and put nothing on it and just like put a ponytail and go get it braided later, when it's time for me to get braided, I have to detangle all over again because there's nothing in it to keep my hair separated and conditioned, if that makes sense.
I'm praying for my hair to catch up with y'all's because it's a trial and tribulation.
It will. And then a lot of times too, the length helps. You're gonna have shrinkage a lot more until your hair gets a certain length and it gets long enough to where it's gonna be heavy enough to that curl so the ends of that curl can stand on their own and they can be heavy. You know what I mean?
Well, right now my hair is here.
Okay.
But when I have it up, you can't tell that because it shrinks up so bad that you don't even know my hair is long.
Well, just give me a favor. Next week, wear your hair. I mean, if you want to wear it down, like I recommend this week, put it in the bun, and then maybe like next Thursday, Wednesday, take the bun down. Let us see it curly. Come, and we tell you, hey, try this. Hey, okay. Sometimes too, your night routine can make your hair better, not worse. Like I elongate my hair with my night routine. When I do my wash and go, my hair does get shrinkage sometimes. But when I roll my hair under at night, I stretch it back out. So like all those things, you know, they factor into it. So it's not like, I know we put on a lot of information out. You can't just take this information and then forget what we're going to read 2 and 3. Because the nighttime routine will definitely stretch your hair back out. And we'll go over that a little bit more too. We only like mentioned it in this so far. But once we start to get the curls and we show you how to make the curls, then we're gonna show you how to maintain the curls and stuff. And that's a big part of that too. Because like I said, day 1, day 2, those are not my favorite days when I wash and go. Or even after I wash my hair does not start to thrive until day 3 or 4. And it's because of my night routine and because I'm adding product to it to get the optimal amount of product on my hair in those 2 or 3 days, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so come next week with your hair down so we can see it and we can see what you're doing, and then you can explain to us, hey, this is what I did, this is what I got. And that gives us a much better starting point so we can advise you. Is Bridget here today also too? I want to see her hair. I understand her was getting heavy and stuff. So I wanted to see how we have her out directly too, if she's here. If she's not, it's totally fine.
She's here. She was on here earlier.
Okay. Bridget, are you here? Can you hear me?
She's off camera, saying connecting to audio.
I'm here.
Okay, how are you today?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm awesome. Okay, so I know that you have a question in the group, and I definitely wanted to get to your question.
Yes. I did the 3 to 5 seconds. Under the shower. I did take the bun down. Did the 3 to 5 seconds, and I promise you, I was like, oh my God, Jesus! It's my whole head. It was so heavy. Like everybody said, it was real juicy.
Okay.
It's still wet. 'Cause I'm dedicated to this bun. I don't care. As long as it's before the holidays, I will keep it up permanently.
See, wet hair does not bother me. It makes me feel like I'm not a little kid. I'm not go outside and stand in the bus stop for 30 minutes. If I'm going outside, I'm going from my house to my car and vice versa. So wet hair does not bother me. I don't get sick from having clouds in my hair. Now, I definitely would not get under the shower for 3 to 5 seconds and then go outside because that's just asking for it. So we want to make sure that we are using. Yeah, but to me, like adding more product in my hair, like if my hair is damp for 2 or 3 days, that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't go outside where it's wet, where it's dripping and stuff, but like damp, yeah, that doesn't really bother me. But Bridget, let's talk about what your process is and what you're trying to achieve, so we can kind of give you some better instructions this week and give you some we can compare apples to apples.
Well, my process, like I said, I'm leaving it up in the bun. Only time I took it down was to do the shower method that you posted. Did the shower method, put it straight back up in the bun. I leave it in the bun permanently until you instruct to take it back down. In the mornings, I'll just spray to reactivate it and go about my day.
Nope, you want to hear? I think you're trying to oversimplify it. You have to follow the steps that Erica just did. She not only sprayed it, but she went section by section and she pulled her hair out and let it fall down. So she's getting air in the middle. When you have long hair, it's hard to get this part to dry in here, which is why I roll my hair under at night, because that protects my ends and allows my roots to dry. But when you apply it, you have to let that down and do that section by section. That also is a very good cause as to why your hair may be wet days later, because you let those curls fall. And then if you let them fall right, you turn your head, they're bouncy, and you can feel that wind on your scalp when you turn your head. Opposed to if you just let them go straight down, all that's just wet and it's just sitting here on top of each other. Does that make sense?
Okay. well, I got a question. So
So do it in sections, like Erica did. Start at the back. Erica, show her what I'm talking about, because you're on right now. Erica.
Say, what were you saying, the sections?
Yeah, so she wants to take her hair down in sections and pull it out and let it fall, so she says she can feel the air.
Yes, so
and it's not drying all together.
Right. So yes, I start at the back and pin up the rest and wet it. And that's my section I'm concentrating on right then for that moment. And I'm pulling. I don't know if you
see her hair, you see that there's no like dense sections because she's starting from the very, very middle. Now, if you start like midway, this is gonna be dense in here, it's gonna be wet, and you haven't pulled that out, it's gonna take forever to dry. If you take it straight down and put hair on top of it, it'll take it forever to dry. Just pull it out and let it fall down. It's gonna spring that curl, it's gonna have that air in there, so your hair is gonna be moving and bouncy. It's gonna dry a lot quicker that way.
Yes.
Okay, so I should take the bun down and do that then? And I mean, that's the only way I can get a comb through it is to do it in sections.
The only way you can get what now?
That's the only way I can get the comb or the detangling work through it is to do it in sections. So I have to do it in sections.
Straighten your hair, keep your bun up. Just every day, make sure your edges are all smooth, you know, make sure everything's in there. And then maybe like Wednesday or Thursday, your hair's been trained for a whole week. You can do like she did, take it down in the back section, do the back section, take the next section down and do that section, and then do it that way and see if you get better results. Because it's really hard to take, especially when you have longer hair, you can't just take your hair down and comb the whole thing and then let it dry. Because all this thing here is going to be stuck together. It's going to get hard, number one, because it's all laying on each other. When it dries, it's dry together. And then number two, it's going to be difficult to dry because all that hair is going to be on top of each other. So you want to make sure that you get that breeze in your scalp to where and this is where you put the bounce in your hair. We're not having our hair split down to our head and hoping that later on it gets bouncy and stuff. So right now, this is when you do it, when you're going through those individual sections. Does that make sense though? And then if your hair is too heavy, don't let it like you're doing in the shower. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do that, do it with your bun and keep your bun in. Now that'd be very in the shower. But if you let your hair down, your hair is very long, it's gonna be heavy. You want me to do it just spray with your spray bottle and work it in sections. And then it'll dry a lot quicker because you're not putting a lot of water in there.
Okay. So keep it, just to reiterate, keep it up in the bun for a week, and then one day take it down in sections after
I recommend keeping your bun as long as possible because you're training your hair. But when you're ready to take your hair down, and you can even do it before one of our meetings, so Wednesday or Thursday, just take it down in sections, break sections, work the part that you have in there from root to end, start at your roots, and then pull it out, and then you put a little bit more parts in there, form the curls, and let those curls, pull them out, and let them just fall. Let them drop on their own.
And to answer that question, no, I have not done the 2-strand twist. I've just kept it in the bun, except for the wash, the shower method.
Okay. Yep. So try this method and let us know if you get a better result. It should dry much quicker. It should be a lot less heavy and a lot more balanced. Do it the way that Erica's doing it right now. Pull it out and then just let it fall. And when that curl falls, you can see it fall and start forming as an individual curl. And all your hair is not stuck together, so you can feel that hair. You can feel that air on your scalp when you turn your head.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, her hair is gorgeous.
It is. Okay. Anybody have any more questions for Erica? She's demonstrating right now. So now we know how to take her hair up to the bun and cast it. And now we know the next step after the cast, how to take our hair down. Like, or you say, I kept my hair casted all week, but this weekend I want to let my hair down. Now we know how to do that.
So I had the part in the middle.
Is Carla okay? Is Carla okay?
Is Carl okay for real? Is that
it says Carl passed out? Someone please call 911. Yeah, okay. It's a joke. Okay, yeah.
Stop playing. Stop playing. So okay, Erica, hey Erica, this is Sheila.
Hey Sheila.
So you know, I was telling you, you know, like when I cast it and I started taking mine down, when I did a part. like I start in the back, but I would do a part. And then I would have a hard time trying to like connect it. But I saw how you didn't necessarily part it, you just grabbed some and just like worked it like that instead of parting it, because it's like as it was drying, like when I wet it, I can't put just water on my hair. Like my hair don't like it. So I tried to have some PHC and some water in a bottle and a spray bottle, and I would warm it up a little bit and then spray it to kind of like loosen it. And then like I don't cast every night. And so like the next day I would like spray that water on it, get some PHC and rub it till it's kind of like a lighter brown or white, and rub it on, started working it like that. And then I would still kind of like go through and make sure my curls, but when I do the part, I would have a hard time like getting it back into like, the shape that I want. So that's what I've been struggling with, is like trying to get it into the shape.
Have you been using your pick and picking from the roots like we talked about, Sheila?
I tried, but I'm right-handed, so when I try to, I can't do stuff with my left hand, so it's always kind of flipped.
You'll have to even pick it up. If your parts are concerned at your scalp, just stick your pick in there 3-4 times. It'll get rid of that part. Those parts on your scalp, especially.
Do what? Just pick it out.
Focus on. Stick your pick in your hair and focus on your roots, because your ends you want to keep intact. Your ends are already have the good curl pattern and stuff. You want to just get the shape back. Do the shape from the inside. You pull your hair, stretch your hair out from the inside. So just stick your pick in there and pull it from the scalp. Don't even touch the ends, because your curls are already forming. Just stick it in there, and it should alleviate all those parts that you had, and it should also stretch your hair and get your form back to your style.
Okay, because I'm still still trying to like
say, Sheila,
lift this up some, and but it be wet and heavy, and then it's falling. So how yours is kind of like lifted up at the top. Like it's hard for me to get that to lift and stay up.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Erica. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's grown too. You once you give it a chance to grow a little bit more, you'll get that height. Okay. But when mine was shorter, I still did the part. But like I said, I would get it in there, and then I would get that pick to the root and just lift. And just go through and just lift it. Just lift it. And that kind of brought that height too.
Okay.
I have a question. So when I do my wash and goes, I love my hair, and it's grown a lot too in the past couple of months. But it looks gorgeous the first day, and then it looks extremely dry after that. So I know now that I need to use more product, because now like my hair is really soft and everything. But what do I need to do in order to get it to look shiny as well?
The next day you're talking about?
Yeah, like it, because I usually leave my wash and goes in for at least a week if I can.
I leave mine in for usually probably like a month or like.
Wow, see, I would love that.
Yeah.
But it just looks so dry to me.
The first, when I do this, and I don't want to put it back in the bun, and when you told us that we can just take it and roll it and pin it, that's what I do. But when I take that section down, I still go back in it and reactivate the product a little bit, because it may look dry, but then you go back in and that your water will reactivate it.
Okay. Thank you.
I think if your hair looks good the first day and your hair does not look good the second day, we have to determine what's happened in between then to make the difference. So the main culprit is, in my experience, the nighttime routine. Mm-hmm. So at the nighttime routine, you want to make sure that if you left your curls the day before, you protect your ends, keep those curls intact. If your hair is not dry enough, you roll your ends under and you expose your root so they can go ahead and dry better at night. So the nighttime routine is the culprit, in my opinion. And if your hair looks really, really good, you try the pineapple method at night, just stretch your hairs up, put the curls at the top or whatever, and put a bandana or something on. or whatever. But I think that if your hair looks good the first day, and this happens a lot with a lot of people, but yeah, my hair looks really, really good the first day, but the next day, I don't know what to do. I totally get it. That's how my hair is sometimes too, especially if my bonnet or my thing or my mesh thing comes off at nighttime. Then I wake up the next day like, okay, let me just, you know. But you have to examine that nighttime routine. If you have a good night routine, it makes all the difference. When I used to work outside of the house, I would get up in the morning and be ready in 2 minutes. Like I said, I would roll my hair under every night, and then the next day, I would take my bonnet off, I would get in the shower, take my shower, the mist from the shower would like rehydrate my hair, then I would get the shower, just take the clips down, my hair would just fall down, I would shake it, and I was good to go. So just examine your nighttime routine, and like even like this week, you can come in here, and if we do a section on nighttime routines, we can, definitely, for different hairstyles. But
yes, please.
So the day before hair, this is how my hair looks. This is how I'm doing my hair tonight. This is how my hair looks the next morning. What am I doing wrong? What routine will work better for me to keep this hairstyle longer and use less product and have less maintenance? Because that's the goal, is for us to look as well as possible in with less time and less maintenance. Nobody will take a half a day to do their hair every day. Ain't nobody got that.
Right.
Here to make things easy for you guys, but if I give you your toolbox, I give you every tool to put in there right now. A month from now, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna do my hair this way. I know I can use this way, this technique to do it, this technique to rehydrate, and you know everything. So right now we're just going over all the tools. But your nighttime routine is the culprit. Let's work on that because we want you to look good, as good day 2 or 3, if not better than day 1. Because to me, day 1 is just like I'm getting started. Because every wash and go to me is different. Sometimes if I put my hair through a lot, I gotta show some extra love on wash day. I might put a little more product, I might come back, add a little more later or whatever. So, but with this one product, it's so simple. You just have to learn your hair. But we're gonna work with you and get your routine together so that you can get, because to me, your wash and go should not start thriving until week 3 or 4.
Erica, would you leave? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Sheila.
Erica, would you leave your hair like that and put a bun on it and then wake up and just like spritz it in the morning? Or would you recast it and then take it down again in the morning?
I'll take it and section it and roll it under and pin it. And that's still
you want to show her? Oh, you want to show her that part?
Yeah, I will.
That? So
that's
now
key
you know
right
how
there.
to do the hair from the bun. Now she's gonna show you at nighttime how to care for this hairstyle so that when she wakes up the next day, it comes back together like this. And Erin, you're doing such a good job. Thank you so much.
She does. I'm like, oh my God, I want to look like Erica.
But you have to remember, Erica didn't look like Erica 3 months ago.
No, sir, it did not. Okay, so I just take this back section and like Emery said, just roll it under. It's just a twist. Roll it under and then pin it.
You get a bobby pin. You
use hairpins there. I use hairpins, or sometimes I use these little clips here. Sometimes these little clips are hard to sleep in, so I have hairpins too that I use.
Erica, they want you to
Erica, I got a good tip for you, Erica. What I used to do is because I used to have big clips, they're really, really hard to sleep in. I should clip all my hair to like the clips, and then I take a rubber band and put it on the ends of all of them together, and I took once you're done, you put all your ends in one rubber band and keep them all that way.
Okay.
Okay. Don't you turn around to the back, Erica? So they can see how you're rolling it. Yep. So you roll. So she just rolled it under and pinned it. And that's how you protect your ends. And if her hair was wet on the roots, it's exposed now. So that's going to dry overnight way better. And then when she wakes up in the morning, she can take her hair down and just shake it. And her curls are all still intact. They're not stretched out. They're not or anything.
Right.
Does that make sense, guys?
It does. But what do you use to cover it? Because doesn't it need to also be covered to be protected at night?
I have a silk scarf that I put on. It almost looked like that old-fashioned do-rag. that she would put on and tie. That's me.
Yeah.
I don't. If you use that and you tie it too tight, you'll have the little crinkle in your hair. But I just kind of lightly tie it, and it usually holds it in place.
Okay.
And then also bonnets are good.
Bonnets, yes.
When I wear a bonnet, I have to wear a headband with my bonnet, or else my bonnet wake up on my pillow right next to me. Wake up waving at each other. But bonnets are good. The mesh head wraps are good also.
I have
but
that.
Ultimately, if you're putting something on your hair at nighttime and it's wet, you want to put it in something that's going to take the least amount of product off your hair. So put anything that's gonna be spongy or anything that's gonna like be heavy on it, kind of keep it light so that your hair can dry on its own and do its thing. If that makes sense.
Okay.
And you don't have to
really good for that. Silk is very breathable. Silk.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this sections. I'm just showing you guys. I usually do it maybe about 3 twisted sections.
So
yeah.
Are you guys getting how to do it at night to keep your curls? I think this is probably will solve a lot of issues as to why my hair is looking crazy the next day if you do it like this at nighttime. Because if you do it like this at nighttime, in the morning, if you get in the shower, don't wet your hair or nothing. The steam will just reactivate it. If you have the shower, take these down, your curls are gonna fall right back in place. Yes. It's exactly the same, if not better, than the day before.
Thanks.
I think too, Emery, what I'm learning is that because I know one time I was saying, you know, that I wanted to lift. So you told me to like lift it and then just like curl it at the end. And that's been like my go-to that I've been like using a lot. But like when I cast it, I was not going like
let me tell you this, Sheila. It's gonna be really, really hard to go directly from cast to standing up hair because when you cast your hair, it's moisturized. Right. If your hair is gonna be dry, it's gonna be a lot easier to stand up. So it's gonna be really hard to go like if you're casting your hair, you take it down. I'll probably do some big finger curls and that's just take it down, wrap my hair on my finger, make the curl that way. Let those curls dry, and then when they dry, take that curl down, separate to 3 or 4. You're gonna be full and bigger curls. It's gonna be standing up that way. But it's really, really hard to go from my hair was slicked down and it's laid down and it's limp to standing up. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does. But even when I was like taking it down, like you know, like starting out, because like you said, after you cast it, it takes a couple of days before it get to where. But even like when Erica was doing, like I wasn't going from the root to tip. Like I was just kind of like doing it up here.
In the middle.
Yeah. So that was a big tip for me tonight to make sure that I'm working it from root to tip. To make sure that it's saturated. So that was a good tip for me tonight.
Let's see you, Erica. So we show everybody how it looks because we didn't even see you put your bonnet on.
Yeah, so like I said, you know, this mistake, but it helps. It, like I said, once it dries and that curl dries, I just take it down each section and curl right there. And I just take my bonnet, put it on for the night, and I'm ready to go to sleep. No problem.
Okay, now really quick. I don't want to be this guy, but really, really quick. Let's just pretend it's the next morning. How do you take this down? Because people just really have these questions. So I want to make sure that everybody has what they need tonight, okay?
Okay.
Are you guys good with this?
Definitely. Yes. I'm loving this.
So it's the next morning. Okay.
Or I start at the back and it just kind of falls back in place. Shake again.
And then you notice too in the morning, your ends, if they were down, when you put them up, your ends are still down.
Yes.
But your scalp is dry. If that makes sense. If they rolled up, so if they were down before they rolled up, they're still down. So your hair will just fall right back into place, just like it did the night before.
Hello.
Got it.
Yes.
Yes.
I have, you know what? I am so glad and happy that everybody have, you know, satisfactory, but I am still having an issue with residue.
Okay.
I don't use anything but the water, warm water, and the the family hair care, and when it gets dry, I'm still having residue.
Well, let me tell you this, residue is nothing but dry product being moved. So we're not supposed to move our hair when it's dry. We want to, because when it's dry and product is on our hair, the product is attached to our hair. So we want to move our hair, we want to wet it or dampen it first before we move it. Or else that product is just right there and you're stretching it out and it's just falling off your hair. And that's kind of similar to the dry clean. You can clean your hair with family hair care too if you apply heavily and let it dry. You can just comb it all out. It comes right out. You can put a towel on the ground and comb your hair, and all your product will literally comb, all your product and dirt will literally comb out of your head onto the onto it. So you want to make sure that your hair is moist before you move it. Is that your issue? That you're trying to like comb through it or move your hair without moisturizing it?
It's like once it's dry and I start I put it in 2 twists at night, then I take it loose, and when I'm at work, it's all on my uniform,
okay.
It's all on my papers, and I'm like, I'm really getting frustrated because
I think that your issue is that we have not trained your hair appropriately yet. How long did you have your bun in? How long did you do that exercise?
2 days.
Okay. See, we were talking about keeping it in for weeks to train the hair. Right now, it's just your hair is like, especially if you have like 4C hair, like it's in my hair. Like, I'll tell you this too. When I grew my hair back, I could tell the hair that was always used with family hair care, and then the hair that was before family hair care. Like I have to cut that hair off like every a couple of inches, like every couple of months, because the hair was different even. Okay. So so you have to train your hair. So like I said, when you have 4C, you have no pattern. Every hair has its individual pattern. So train it in that bun, get it wavy, get it together. And then that's how you train your hair. Right now, your hair is probably not trained yet. You're trying to go from like step 1 to like step 4 and apply those techniques, and your hair is not ready yet, if that makes sense.
Okay, so every morning while I have it in a bun, I'll go ahead and I'll wash it.
No, don't do that every morning. The bun is a protective style to keep you from having to do that every day.
No, right now I just have it in twists. So I'll go ahead, I'll wash it with the photogenics in it. I put it in a bun, and you said so every day am I stretching it out, putting more photogenics on it?
Nope. Every day you're checking your hair to make sure that it's moisturized. So you want to, like, it's already in the bun still. I wake up in the morning, I'm putting more product on over that to make sure that my hair is smooth, make sure that there are no flyaways. I might spritz it with a little water first, rub that down, and then put more product over that, because ultimately you want to add enough product where your hair is gliding over the product. That's what, and not touching your hair. So I'm not even touching hair, I'm just gliding over and it's touching all product. So when it dries, I know I have enough on there. And when it dries, it's dried and it's set and it's casted. So at that point, I know it's gonna be hard. I know it's gonna be protected. I'm not trying to move it all day. So, and then I do that a couple times, and then the next day if I wake up, my hair looks good, I'm good to go. I wake up, it's still like dry, it's still like fuzzy, it's still frizzy. I'm gonna add more product and frizz it back down and do all of that. You're training your hair to act right. And not just like your hair, you're training the edges and everything. So this is what way you do it in your bun to make all your hair work together.
Emmerich, let me chime in real quick. I have my fan probably too loud. So, because I'm drying my hair, I have my fan sitting right here in my face. So, Regina, I think you're probably low porosity as well. You foresee low porosity. And one of the things it sounds like, because I used to have that issue a lot. And it was because I wasn't letting the product absorb fully into my hair before I started manipulating it later, especially like Emery said, when it's dry. So, but if the product has absorbed into your hair, the flaking goes away. So it shouldn't do that if the absorb into your into your hair. So I'd say add a little heat to it when you, well, even when you cast, maybe sit under the a hooded dryer with the cap for a little bit, not a long time, but just let it get absorbed. Because if it doesn't absorb, it's gonna sit on top of your hair and it's gonna flake. So it's gotta absorb. Your hair has to be open to let it in. So if it's not absorbing into your hair, you're gonna have that issue.
Okay. And someone asked the question, what is casting? Casting right here is putting it in a protective style. Any stick style is going to keep your hair, as much of your hair as possible, on your scalp. It could be a bun, it could be a ponytail, it could be some French braids, whatever. So you can put that hair all together and train it on your scalp. And then the hair that's in that bun or whatever, that's going to be moisturizing all together too. So your hair is being trained while you're doing this. And I did this for like weeks on my hair. So much so that I still wear my bun right now. This was the easiest thing for me when I lost my hair. If I was trying to grow it back, when my hair was unmanageable. It's a lot easier to manage it and stick it down on your hair. Make sure everything's stuck down here rather than get it off your scalp. When it's every man for himself regarding each of your hair. So just train your hair. I think it'd be a lot better. And then, like she said, I guess make sure that it's absorbed well too. I know that the local people have issues with product flaking and everything. But also one thing I recommend too is to make sure that if you have not, do that clarifying shampoo 3 times, strip everything off your hair. If you have beeswax or anything on your hair, that stuff does not go away. I know you think I washed my hair 4 times since then. Okay, it's still there. Because that stuff stays in your hair for almost ever. So make sure that that's not an issue too. If you are trying our product and you're immersing yourself in the challenge, make sure that you do a clarifying wash and strip everything off as much as possible so that you can get the best result and the best penetration of the product. Because something is keeping the product from getting through to your hair, it's gonna sit on top of your hair and probably flake and fall off because it's not penetrating, if that makes sense.
Right, and this is Henrietta, and just to piggyback on what Kimberly said for Regina, I will tell you firsthand knowledge. Throughout the course of the day, first 1 to 2 days, my hands are always in my hair. And when my hair is drying because my ceiling fans are on, if I let my hair completely dry that first day, yeah, I do get flaking because my hair has dried and the product has not absorbed. So what I do is throughout the course of the day, I mean, when I say that I'm just switching my hair around for like the first 2 or 3 days, I kid you not, I'm putting it up in a bun, and then maybe a few hours later, I'm like, I'm gonna do a two-strand twist because I want to see how that 2-strand twist is, how the product is holding up to the 2-strand twist. Now, what I found with my 2-strand twist is, number one, Kimberly, you're touching your hair. If it's dry, stop. Put some moisture on it and reactivate the product. Bring it back up and then go back through and start to run your hands through it while your hair is still moist. When you do your 2-strand twist, do the casting on the 2-strand twist. Put the product from root to tip on the 2-strand twist. And trust me, you can, although you see the product does absorb and dry. The way you walk out of the way you put it on is not the way it's going to look by the time you arrive at work. So go ahead and put it in, and I guarantee that you're going to train your hair so much faster to take in what it needs, and what it doesn't need is going to turn to a nice natural shine. You're not going to have the flaking or anything. But trust me, I play with my hair all day, and so I know exactly what you're experiencing with the flaking, but I had to play around with it to learn what works and what doesn't work. So, okay, so cast the 2-strand twist.
So when you have the 2-strand twist, and you're talking about casting, am I taking the twist apart and putting it on it again, or am I just keeping the twist and just rubbing it on my hair?
You're keeping
you probably want to just moisturize it and take the twist down and let them, be down if you're going to do a twist out. right? Or yeah, you don't want to. If you're gonna do a twist out, you can
Baby.
She's saying after she's already twisted it. I think that's your question, right, Regina?
Right. So after your hair is soft,
you're gonna be at work at 5:45. So if I'm up at 4 o'clock and I'm looking at my hair, I'm like, I'm not sure what to do.
Okay, so at night, before you go to bed, because as Emery said, it's all about the nighttime ritual. You have to develop the nighttime ritual so that in the morning, for everyone who has to walk out the door early, you don't have to do anything except take your cap off and walk out the door. So
yeah, it's really hard to wake up in the morning and do everything from scratch every morning.
Yeah,
exactly.
Really
so
hard.
Let your nighttime ritual be when you do your 2-strand twist. Cast the twist from root to tip where it's already twisted. So just go ahead and cast each individual twist and then put your cap on and you are good to go.
Okay.
So try that. This is all about training. And, this is something that we've never done to our hair as women of color. Look, we put in relaxers, we plopped on wigs and weaves and everything else. So we are now learning something that we've never done before. And that is we have to now come in tune with our hair, learn what works best for our hair. What works best for Kimberly's hair might not work best for my hair. And until we sit down and honestly just try it, then okay, look, at night, this is what I have to do because 4 o'clock in the morning, I want to get up, take my cap off. I want to walk out the door knowing that I look good. And that's the end of it. And when I say trust me on this, I am 3 weeks in to using the product. And on Sunday, Saturday, I used no product in my hair. Sunday, I looked at my hair. My hair was shiny. I parted my hair. My scalp was nice and shiny. And when I say shiny, I don't mean oily or greasy. I just mean healthy shine. And at that point, I knew, I was like, let me spritz my hair, put some 2-strand twist in, and I'm out the door. And that was it. So Regina, don't give up. Just learn what works best. But just do the 2-strand twist tonight. Cast
and then Regina,
the twist.
Regina, show us in the group what hairstyle you're trying to get the next morning, and what you're doing at night, and we can help you too. So we can help you be ready in the morning, and we can help you with the shedding too. Because we definitely don't want anybody going out representing our product having flaking and stuff. Because that makes it uncomfortable for you. And also for anybody seeing you. So we want to definitely help you with that too. But I think the biggest issue is your nighttime routine. I think that's the cause of kind of the disconnect with everything. Let's make sure we put you together, set you up for success for your next day.
So I've had my hair in a bun for 2 weeks. Do you, not a bun, but this puff. Do you think I should just do it in a bun instead?
And then even in my opinion, a puff is different from a bun. Because a puff, the only part of your hair that's getting stretched is the part that's on your scalp. If you put a bun, all of your hair is being stretched. Because like right now, your hair is on the inner, all still going in separate ways. They all still high five. You got a bun, everybody going the same way. Y'all learn how to work together. Or if you got a braid, everybody learn how to work together. Or if it's rolled under and pinned up, everybody going the same way. Everybody learn how to work together. So it's just about keeping that hair together, keeping it cohesive and letting it work together so they can get trained. That's just the really important part. And it can be a braid, it can be a bun, it can be a ponytail, or whatever. Just keep that hair stretched so they can all learn how to cooperate and exist and work together.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay. You have any more questions tonight? So now we know how to take our hair down from the bun. So in summary, casting is when you put your hair in a protective style, like a bun, a ponytail or something, and you're adding more every day to build up your hair so that eventually day 3, 4, 5, it's enough shine. And the day you get enough shine, enough wave, enough that's when you stop adding more daily. That's when you're good to go for a couple of days. And that's when, if your hair gets dry after that, you can add more water and it's constant the product because you have enough in there already. But you got to get to the point where you have enough in there and you're training your hair. And that's the casting part. And then today we went from a casting to the styling. If I have my hair up, for a couple of days. I got a meeting at work tomorrow. I want to let my hair down. It's the weekend. I want to let my hair down. Now you know how to go from a cast to that. If you take your hair down from the cast and your hair is not cooperating, your hair is not ready. Train it some more. Put it back up. It's not ready yet. Like I said, I take my hair down right now. It's just, it behaves. When I first started this, it did not. It was a battle. Every time I take my hair down, I didn't know what to do with it. That's why I wore my hair in a bun so much. The bun is your saving grace. And then once you wear it enough, you're gonna learn how to style it better, make it look better. You know, like this is just the beginning. Just train your hair and you can do anything later. But the now is just the important part. Make sure your hair knows how to cooperate. Make sure when you talk to it, it listen. I don't want no frizz. I don't want nothing curling up. I want to lay this down. And you're telling it, you're showing it, you're laying it down. If it's not laid down, you come back 30 minutes later, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I know that I didn't have enough, didn't lay down right. You're training your hair right now. That's what the whole process is about. There is no secret. We all get the same product, Phamily Hair Care, the same ingredients. We have had the formula since 2017. It's just magic. But right now, we just try to figure out how to use it best for each of us, which is a trial and error. And then right now, we're going to do curling. Imagine what, like before this is over, we'll blow out everything. So we got a lot more to add. So it's gonna come in time, but right now, I wouldn't be concerned with my hair is hard. Like that to me, I don't care about that. My concern is my hair is smooth, my hair is shiny. If it's not, how can I get it there? I'm trying to train my hair. That's my concern right now. So, you know, so that's the concern. If everybody can cast their hair this week, if you want to cast it, make sure that you get to the point where it's shiny. And you can ask in the group, hey, should I be adding more still or am I good to go? We'll let you know. And then if it's been a couple of days, I'm going to take my hair down. Let's go ahead and take it down from the cast. I'm going to do what Erica showed me. How does this look, guys? Did I do it right? Did I go all the way to the root? Should I add more? And we're here to help you. So that's pretty much it. Anybody have any questions before we let you guys go tonight? Oh, we have to announce our winner for the contest. So who everybody want to vote for? We can just go ahead and throw it out there. So we got everybody gift cards already who entered. So we're going to vote for a winner. So who do we think? So everybody who has the contest, who dressed up, you can raise your hand. Erica, thank you for demonstrating. Your hair is beautiful. Before you wrap it up, before you take it down, and you demonstrated how to wrap it up at night and how to take it down and make it look equally as beautiful. So thank you for that. We're going to get a $100 Amazon gift card also for participating and educating and helping us. So thanks so much for that. So we appreciate it. But let's go ahead and pick our winner. And then this is our reunion time. We kind of didn't have one for this year. We all know it's the pandemic, so we wanted to give back to you guys and see everybody, before the year ends. So we'll go ahead and bring everybody up again who dressed up. We can go ahead and announce a winner, and then we'll let you guys go. So you guys know what we need to speak for the contest. For casting our hair, getting it super smooth, not a hair out of place. If you have a question, post your pick in the group. We'll let you know. Hey, girl, you got to ask some more. Hey, you ain't taking this here. You got to remember Myra's feet. You got to go in. You know what I'm saying? Get it to the root. You know what I'm saying? Get it to the scalp from the top. I put here. Product on top. I'm putting it all the way through, so I'm going to feel it on my scalp through my hair. I'm not taking my hair down every day to do that. I can put it on top of my hair right now and do the same way. So we're going to go through all that this week. And then at the end of the week, next Wednesday or Thursday, you're going to start taking your hair down. We can start posting that to hey, did I do it right? Did I take it down right? Was it casting long enough? If it's already shrinking right back up and take it down, hey, I need to train it some more. You know what I'm saying? Or hey, I think I need to put it back up again because it ain't ready yet. So that's kind of what this week is about. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Emery, this is Sheree.
Yes.
On the nighttime routine, when you roll the hair under, can you do that as soon as you get done putting the product on it, or do you have to let it dry some first?
You can do it. You put the product on it because your ends are gonna be protected. But if it's not fully dry, you might have some.
All right, hold on, guys.
Yeah, no problem. You might have some frizz on your edges the next day. Like to me, the dryer is the best.
Right now, man. All the time, man. All the time.
You have to mute everybody because
Hold on.
We have a little feedback.
Monica, you're not on mute. Okay.
Okay, great. Okay. So yeah, so to me, the drier, the better. If you put it on down at night and roll it under, you're gonna get a much better result because your hair was protected and your person gonna just fall right down. They'll be wet like the night before, except for the part that you left out on your scalp. That'll be drier, but the curls will still be wet. But it shouldn't like be drastically too different. You might have to add a little bit more to your roots if that part came off while you were sleeping. If that makes sense.
Thank you.
What's the best brush to use? Because I have a few. I have a Denman brush. I just don't. My hair is getting thick, so I don't want it to feel like it's pulling my hair out. You know what I mean?
No problem at all. On our 90 Day Hair Challenge Facebook group, we pinned each week's lessons up there. We also pinned all of the Amazon, all the items that we're using. I have an Amazon list there, so we have our brush, our mesh strap, our combs, and everything is there. So while we're waiting on the contest people to come back up, let me go ahead and announce our Black Friday sale for you guys. So our Black Friday sale, I was going to personally thank you guys so much for supporting me and my Black business and supporting me through the pandemic and supporting, us, me and my family. We all appreciate it, right, guys? So we want to just thank you guys, but because you guys could be with anybody, spending your money anywhere or spending your time anywhere, I would appreciate it. Let me go ahead and announce our Black Friday promotions. So our one jar is regular $75. But for Black Friday, it's going to be $10 off, $65. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe and save for $55. So you can get this subscription every 1 or 2 months. So one jar, $55 for every 2 months of my hair care is nothing. I spend hundreds of dollars a month, no exaggeration, on hair products. So, and this is also great to give to somebody. If you know somebody, hey, my funds are not the best, let me go ahead and give you the good hair. That is invaluable. So if somebody gave this to me 10 years ago, I would be forever in their debt. To give me youth, to give me vitality, to give me confidence. But especially when you're a guy, it's really hard to go out into the world. You got bald spots and and you can't wear a hat in here and you got to try to figure all this stuff out and still have to maintain your swag and your individualism. So that's the one jar special. The 3 jar, we have a bundle also. Our 3 jar is going to be on sale for $175. It's regular $225. And then we're going to have a subscribe and save for the 3 jar also. Subscribe and save is going to be $150 for 3 jars. And for that subscription, you can subscribe every 1, 2, or 3 months. So if you say, hey, I use 1 jar a month, I don't really need to do every 2 months. I can do 3 months with the 3 jar subscription. Or if I use 2 jars, I just give 1 jar to my sister or whatever. You can get a regular routine there. It's going to be a really big savings, and it's going to be one throughout the whole year. So it's not like, hey, I'm taking advantage of the sale. You can lock in that price all year. We are growing our family, so we want to thank you guys for that. But eventually we will be, not be having as much incentives to buy once the demand is, there. Because the word is really getting out. And even from our rebrand, we probably are selling like 4 or 5 times now than we were back then. So we just think about like next year, as far as like guaranteeing, like we don't want you to start on your hair journeys and then, hey, you're sold out. I haven't had to get it in months, or hey, this happened. If you subscribe and save right now, you're locked in. Your price is way affordable and you are guaranteeing availability. And it's the greatest gift item for anybody. If anybody gave this to me, if I was telling somebody about it, they just never got around to buying it, I would definitely gift it because to show them the magic at a discount, let them, hey, you got time to make a decision right now before it go back up. Because our stuff's gonna be going for a couple of weeks at least, probably through the end of the year, but we have a great promotion. We want to do great business the next couple of months with you guys, okay? So that is that. Anybody have any questions about that? About the promotion?
3 jars.
Yeah, come on.
Every 3 months you get 3 jars for $150, or is it every month you got to do 3 jars?
You can select. I want my shipment to come every month, every 2 months, or every 3 months. So if you do every 3 months, yeah, you can just get it every 90 days. You're good to go there.
Okay.
I have a question. If we're already on a subscribe and save and we get a jar, I think I get one like every other month or something like that. Is that gonna stop, or do I have to stop that one to start another one?
You can stop that one. If you want to get an additional one, you can just buy one. It's going to be 2. If you want to stop that one, you can stop that one. You have to email in or go to a subscription and cancel it, and you stop that one and then start another one. But either way,
I can leave it because I usually keep like 5-6 jars anyway, and I give more product away than I actually use myself.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your support. And let me tell you, when I go to bed every night, I'm like real lucky. So like I thank God for my photogenic family, because I've been in a lot of situations in life where when you come in, people think you're one thing, you try to be yourself, people like, ugh, what? Like I from the beginning, I've been myself. I have had nothing but acceptance. I came here, when I talk to you guys, y'all take notes and listen. And like that just means the world to me to have somebody actually respecting what I'm offering and supporting me. And you know, like I don't have to go there, I'm not worried about bills and stuff, because I got a successful business because of you guys. So I really want to thank you. That's why I try my best at every opportunity to let you guys know how appreciative and grateful I am and to give back to you guys. So that's that. Okay. So great. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yep. And then also, guys, too, we're going to announce we're doing our top 10 in our group for the month of November. So in our regular Facebook group, not 90 Day Challenge group, if you invite people, if you post, if you comment, if you share, you're going to have activity. At the end of the month of November, our top 10 people will each receive a $100 family hair care gift card and a $100 Visa gift card. So you get $200 total for the top 10 people. So we want people, like it's the holiday season, invite people, share. We want to be as really engaging, and like we just want to be like a really cheerful spot of the internet for you guys. If you have a bad day, I'm coming here to get some hair people, look at some hair stuff and smile with you and view my family. If I'm lonely, if I can't get on the plane, go to my real family, I know my other family is there. So we want to just bring joy to people this holiday season.
Yeah, Marie.
Okay, so that is pretty much it. So we got our Black Friday sale announced. Our sale is already active right now. You can go online and make your purchases right now if you want to, or your subscriptions or whatever. Our top 10 starts on the 1st of November. Then go through the whole month of November, go announce that in the group also. Remember, our top 10 gets a $100 Photogenic card, family hair care gift card, and a $100 Visa gift card. That'd be great for the holidays, stocking stuffers, or whatever. And then, yeah, now let's go ahead and do our costume contest. I'll let you guys go. So, who's all in contention? So, we see Rhonda, aka Riri. So let's go ahead and give her a round of applause. Okay, who else was in the contest? They have their contest ready, their costumes ready.
Kim K, but remember, I can't breathe, so I'm off camera.
Okay, well, come on camera, hold your breath, come on camera real quick so we can see you. And we'll put you in the contest. We'll vote for you too.
I was the 80s girl.
Okay, so we got the 80s girl. We got Rihanna. The 80s
I'm a rhinestone.
Girl. We got the hey, Auntie.
I'm a rhinestone cowgirl.
Who's that?
Hey.
Hey,
DC.
I'm the Egyptian princess.
Beautiful. Who's that?
And I'm a Michigan State fan.
Oh, who is that? Who's that?
It's there.
Hey, okay, number 12.
Can you guys see me?
You look beautiful.
We can see you and hear you now, Ursula. Yeah, we can see you and hear you now.
Where's the mask?
I'm an 80s girl too.
Who's that girl?
You got legs warmer.
All right. And where's the mask? Okay, there goes Kim K. Hey! There's the mask, Gala. Very creative, Carla.
I'm the motorcycle woman.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, who are we going to? Where's the mask? Who's the mask?
The mask. Who's the mask?
Wow.
I like the mask.
You must be got.
Do you remember?
It was Sharice, right?
Sharice.
Yeah, she had to go.
She had to go, but I liked hers the best.
Yeah, but she looked
We
nice.
go over. So, okay. So, Who are we voting for, guys? Who's getting the $100 Amazon gift card?
I'm voting for the mask.
The mask?
Yeah.
The mask?
The mask.
The mask.
Okay, so that's Sharice. She did
The
look
mask.
really good. Okay, so Sharice gets $100. Everybody else.
Congratulations, Sharice.
Congratulations.
$25 gift card.
Thank you, Emery. Everyone looks really great.
So if you put your email just in here, we'll write those down and we'll get those emails to you today. So you can have that. Please tell a friend, Our sale is going on right now. Tell them to come on and buy. And if you get a subscription anytime before the end of this year, you will be sent the videos for the 90-day hair challenge. So you got somebody you want to bring in and they want to learn how to do their hair, you can get them a subscription or tell them about the subscription, and then you can get one jar, and they'll get access to the tutorials for 90-day hair challenge and get their hair and their scalp restored, okay? So I'm depending on you guys to spread the word for us, and we'll be announcing it in the group and everything, later also. So we have any questions before we let you guys go?
I just want to say thank you for all your time.
Well, thank you so much for appreciating it. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
All right.
Emery.
Well, we're gonna let you guys go. Hi, Mary.
Thank
Put
you,
your email-
ladies.
Make sure you put your email in the comments if you were a customer, so we can send you an Amazon card.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Lisa.
Bye, everybody. Y'all have a great week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, good night, everybody.
Hi, Cody. Hi, Cody.
Hey.
Dominique.
Okay, good night,
Cody, babe,
everyone.
brother.
Happy birthday.
Enjoy the rest of y'all's evening.
Bye.
Oh, Dolores.
Hi, Mario.
Dolores Harvey.
Bye,
everybody.
Bye, babe, brother.
Family.
Bye,
See
guys.
you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye, babe, brother.
Bye, babe, brother.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Cody.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good
Bye,
night.
everybody.
Great job, Erica. Great job.
Yes, Erica, you did wonderful.
Thank you,
Hey,
Erica.
Net.